Yo guys, I'm Tyler Caldwell.
I'm Steve Mawby.
And we're doing something a little special today, wanting to introduce you to the new limited edition 2025 version of Crowned Heads 4 Kicks Mule Kick. And what is making this video a little more special is we're going into this completely blind. Have not been able to smoke this or prepare for any of this. And I will say right off the bat, this cigar is, if you like them strong,
yes,
this is going to be right
which
up
I
your
do.
alley.
So this is perfect. And I've always been a big fan of the Mule Kicks, all their previous releases. This is what, the 8th release?
Eighth one.
Yeah.
First one's coming out and was 2012.
12. Yep. And so I've always been a big fan of those, and this is not disappointing right here off the bat. Of course, I am a fan of the stronger stuff.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
What I like about the Mule Kick series is they don't necessarily release it every year, but essentially they try to. And every year it's a different blend, typically the same size, if I'm correct on that.
I believe so, yeah.
But every release is just a completely different cigar. This one kind of reminds me of one of their earlier renditions. I don't know if it is anywhere comparable to that one, but I will say this thing is, it's a beater. Like if you want something with a high nicotine content, a lot of body, but also a lot of complexity into the flavor, this is right up your alley for sure.
It's a great second cigar for me to be smoking on an empty stomach already today.
Absolutely. Oh man, this is breakfast right here. So I would say going along with the factor of the intensity of this cigar, this does come from Casa Carrillo's factory. For those out there who don't know, that is EP Carrillo's factory. Definitely has that kind of signature Carrillo flavor profile to it.
Absolutely.
But also, for me, Carrillo, a lot of his stuff tends to lean towards like that heavier, fuller, just very thick body flavor profiles and stuff like that. And I would say with the makeup of the cigar, Connecticut broadleaf on the wrapper, Mexican San Andres on the binder, two different forms of Nicaraguan in the filler, I would say that would probably be an indicator of why this has quite the kick to it. No pun intended.
Absolutely, yes. And I mean, I think we talked about how they don't necessarily do this every year. To me, I think that kind of speaks to a little bit more of they're going to do it when they're ready, when they've got something that they're really happy with, really ready to put out. They do it rather than trying to force something every year, which I think speaks a lot to Crowned Heads and who they are as a company.
Absolutely. And I mean, just to kind of boast a little bit about Crowned Heads, John Huber, who is essentially the one who comes up with the ideas of the blends and all of that, also co-owner of Crowned Heads, he always sees himself as more of like an artist. And I think artistically, this cigar is right on point with his philosophies of Crowned Heads, and he makes cigars for people to kind of based off of his palate, but he also has the consumer in mind of the consumers will also like this because our customers tend to like what I like to produce.
And that's why you get the variety, but you also get that kind of consistent thread through all of those cigars. There's always a definite like Crowned Heads flavor to it. And artistically with this, not just with the flavor and the way everything's blended and balanced, but I mean the band, the artwork on the box is just very cool. You've got these little 10 count boxes here. And they only made, what, 250?
250 made. I don't know if every release is that limited. I would imagine it's probably going to be based off of the tobacco available for how many they can make. But I mean, if there's only 250 of these bad boys and it's only a 10 count box, scoop them up while you can.
And they are available at Smokingpipes now.
Yes, they are.
So don't hesitate if this sounds like something you'd be interested in.